25 years ago, South Australia was one of the first places in the world for women's rights, and we led the world for many years, but we're now falling behind. So Chooks has been formed to address one of those areas we've fallen behind, and that's the gender investment gap. We all know about the wage gap. If we try and get to parity on the current rate that we're going, it'll take us 200 years. The gender investment gap is even worse. So less than 4% of venture capital funds goes to female-founded startups. So it's 2019, it's time to turn this around, and that's what Chooks is aiming to do. And we believe that the best way to do that is by doing it together. And why not use a co-op model? So the co-op as an actual business model, and also the principles of being a cooperative of what we're all about. We know that those principles are about sharing, accountability, honesty, integrity, supporting one another, not bringing everyone down. Those values are exactly what we are in Chooks SA, and so it's absolutely obvious to us that a co-op is the best model to go forward. So what would we do if we were a co-op that would be any different to what we're doing now? So one of the things we want to do is we want to change that balancing act at the moment. So at the moment the gap is quite significant. We want to do whatever we can to raise that up and make it equal. And we think that a co-op is going to be one of those ways to do it, and we want to change that equation by actually getting people to become active members as opposed to just being passive recipients of information or just collecting their own conversations and collaborations on the side. We want to make it public, we want to make it visible, and we want to make it accountable. So by joining Chooks SA as a co-op member, what that would mean in a very practical way is that once a year you would make a commitment. You'd be accountable to the rest of the community about what is it that is the one thing that you would be willing to do to actually bring more equity, so we can close the gap faster and quicker, and we can get the scale, the changes that we need. So that's what you would do if you were in a Chooks co-op. Now we know that sometimes people can do something small in their own life. It might be talking to the local newsagent and saying, actually those business magazines don't belong in the men's section, they belong in the business section, so could you do something about that? You might sign up to that. You might be in a community where you can say, actually, Andy, I really think I'm a bit worried about that board not being equitable. What can we do to help with that? We've got a few people we can suggest that might help bring that more as a 50-50 in decision making. Wherever we are, there's always something we can do where we can take our own power up and help bring that equation to make it 50-50. So that's what Chooks SA, why we want to be a co-op. Today's the day that you can say, I want to take action. You can go this very evening. If you go online, if you've got, any of you who've got your, yes, please grab your phones immediately. So it's www.chookssa.com. Soon, once we've been through the incubator program, we will be chookssa.coop, which I'm pretty excited about. And in the meantime, while we're just getting ready, all you need to do is sign up and say, yes, I want to be registered to get involved and actually be part of the co-op that we'll be able to launch, I'm hoping, in early April this year. So welcome to chooks.coop.